Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of En-Syte. I'm your host, Steven. This is the first episode of the year 2020. Let me actually get in the frame. I'm not even in the middle. The first episode of 2020. Uh, we are here doing big things, and we're going to start the year off correctly. I don't know how, but we're going to try and start this year off correctly. We're going to start this year off beautifully. That's what we're going to do. So happy New Year to each and every one of y'all, directly from me to each and every one of you all. I hope you all had a safe New Year. You brought it in with people you love, and cared about, and all that beautiful natured stuff, all that good stuff. Hey, Brittany, hey, Shay. So, I really, really hope that everybody had a good New Year. And did everything that they wanted to do. If you made your resolutions, I hope you made some solid ones. I hope you made some that actually make sense, or some that you can accomplish and actually get through and actually, do things with. You never know. You never know. So I'm really hoping that everybody did exactly as they needed to. Okay. And everybody's New Year was just great. That's all I hope. Everybody's New Year was great. That is what I hope. Mine was fine. I came in the New Year with friends, and brought in the New Year nicely. I had to work that morning. Still, I did it. So it's all cool. It's all cool. It's everything like that. So happy New Year, one and all, all in one. So. Forgive me if my voice does go in and out a little bit. I am still coming kind of off a cold that I had about a week or so ago. So I still got that little kind of voice going on. So every time when I clear my voice, when I clear my throat, it's because of that. It's not because it's just because I ain't trying to be rude. I just came from being sick. So don't mind it, okay? I would normally at this point have details for the next trip, but we're going to save that for another day. I don't think I want to talk about that just yet. We're going to wait for it a little bit further into the year. This is actually the first full week of the new year, the first 7 days of the new year. And luckily enough, it falls on the day that the first episode of En-Syte comes out. So it's good to be back. We're here in the year 2020. I know a lot of people probably left some BS behind in the past, and I hope that you did. And I hope that you do not bring that BS into the new year. We do not want that BS in the new year. We really don't. Because I think I just turned on something. I, for one, don't want to bring any BS into the new year. Hey, Simone. Hey, Cuz. What's up, Whitney? How y'all doing? So, before I fully get started, I did talk about last year that there are going to be some changes to the show, and there will be coming up. I don't know when, but over the course of the next couple of months, there will be changes to the show. So just giving y'all that heads up right now, so that way no one's blindsided by anything. Also, I am planning on, and I know I've said this in the past before, just going strictly to YouTube and just staying on YouTube as opposed to doing Facebook and YouTube. It's a little indifferent, I know, because not everybody on Facebook is on my YouTube page. So I'm trying to get everybody that's on Facebook that watches this to come over to YouTube. And that's what I'm trying to do. And that's the only way that this is going to work. And I need it to work. So hopefully it can work. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I'm hoping by June-ish, July-ish, sometime in the summer, that I'll be strictly just on YouTube. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm going for. But other than that, that be the case. So let's go ahead and get right into this topic. Hey, Ebony, how you doing? Let's go right into this topic. Now, I've noticed over the course of time that people will try and talk to people. Of course, they try and talk to somebody that you seem that looks attractive and things of that nature. You're going to do that. You're going to talk to them, right? So, but my thing is this, though. When you talk to somebody and they're letting you know, like, hey, I'm involved, is there a certain level of involvement that will stop you from talking to somebody? Or say you're on the other situation, say you're the one that's involved in a particular way and a person is trying to talk to you. Do they still persist on trying to talk to you when you say that you're either in a relationship or further so you're married? You know, like, would it be in that facet? Like, would someone still continue to try and talk to you when you say that, hey, I'm with somebody, or hey, I'm married? Like, does it matter when you say this to somebody? Like, that is what I'm thinking of right now. Like, does it matter if you say that you're married or in a relationship and someone is trying to talk to you? Do they still try and talk to you? Because it's funny, because I actually seen this, and you know, I'm pretty sure that the person said that they are married, and the guy was still trying to talk to her. This happened at my job like some months ago. And someone gave me this idea, and I'm just remembering this thing that I saw from months ago. And she was literally doing her job. He trying to talk to her. She says she's married, and you know, proceeds to walk off to continue to do her job. And he is still trying to talk to her. Like, she just said she's married. Why are you still trying to talk to a woman that is married? When she said she's married, she's emphasizing the fact that she is with someone. She is emphasizing the fact that she is with someone, and you literally are still like trying to talk to them, like, for real. Like, why? Like, why are you continuing to talk to them? Why do you continue to talk to them if you by chance just heard them say that they are married? You heard them say, I'm married, but you continue to try to persist to talk to them. So it makes me wonder, do a relationship title actually matters to an individual that's trying to talk to you? Like, does it really freaking matter? Like, it seems like it doesn't. I'm hoping it does, but it seems like it doesn't. So I'm wondering, I'm asking everybody out there, have you ever been across a situation like this? Like, say, for instance, you're the one that's involved. You're the one that's involved, whether it be a relationship or you're married, and you told somebody that you were involved in this facet, and they still persist to talk to you. How often has that happened to you? And what is it that they say to you that they just those words that they try to convince you to be like, hey, look, I understand you married, but hey, it's me, like, kind of thing. Like, what do they say? What do they do? Like, like something, like, please, because I am confused about this. Because for me, if a woman says that they're in a relationship, okay, you let them be in a relationship, there's a chance that it could slip off. You step back, but you don't go too far, because they might slip up and you might have an opportunity. You never know. Now, when someone says that they're married, for me personally, I step all the way back and be like, yeah, nah, I'm not supposed to ruin a happy home, or I am supposed to ruin a marriage. You is not supposed to put that on my head of me ruining a marriage. That is me. I'm not doing it. Now, if the home unhappy to begin with and they go ahead and want to do their own thing, then who am I to stop them? I'm just saying, just saying. But in all actuality, what do these people say to you when they try to talk to you and you tell them that you're married, or you tell them that you're in a relationship? What is it that they say? Because I'm curious, because this is coming from somebody here's the thing. When I'm in a relationship, I'm just with that person. Nobody hollers at me anyway. Nobody tries to holler at me anyway. I don't know. It just doesn't happen. Regardless of the fact that I'm in a relationship or not, it don't happen. And I've never been married, so I can't say on that hand either. So, for those of my friends of you, those of viewers of you that are married or in a relationship, what is it that these people say to you to try to convince you that, hey, I understand that you're with somebody, but what is it that they say? Because I am like really curious about that. Because it seems like people do not care sometimes about that particular title. They don't care about your title. So I'm wondering, what is it that they say? What is it that they do to try to convince you otherwise? Like, seriously. Because it's weird to me. It's very, very weird to me that people will make this attempt and try and do this and try and do that and try and like convince you, well, look, I'll treat you better, or you know, with me, everything's better, money better, sex better. You're gonna wake up with this, that, and the other. It's trying to convince you to come over. What is it that people say to try to convince you to come over? I am curious about that. That is one thing I'm curious about right now. What is it that people say to try and convince you to come over? Because people try. People try hard, apparently. People try hard. Hey, Jan. So I'm just wondering, like, if you're in a relationship or if you're married, what are these people doing that's trying to talk to you and you tell them that you are involved in either one of these facets and they still try to talk to you? What is it that they say? Because I'm so curious to know what is it that they say. Because I mean, like, I don't know, because I've never been in said situation. I've never been on the opposite side of said situation. Normally when someone says they're in a relationship, I'll be like, okay, and back off. If someone says they're married, I'll back way the hell off and leave it be. So normally I'll know when someone's married because I look at their left hand before I even try to talk to them. If I don't see no ring on that left hand, then I go ahead and talk. And if they say that they're married, they're like, okay, cool, then I keep it moving. Completely understand. I keep it moving. But my thing is this. If someone is involved in one of those facets, why would, like, and you know, you've been told this, and sorry, I heard my phone buzzing. I just want to stop it. And you know, you've been informed of this, and you've been told this, and everything of that nature. I don't even know. Yeah, I understand. Because I don't know your number. I don't know your number. So you've been involved in this facet, and you just want to know, like, hey, why are you talking to me when I just told you I'm involved with somebody? Like, why? So why do people continue to do this? Why is this continuing to be a thing? And curiously enough, what is it that they say to try to convince you? That is what I want to know. I want to know these lines that people try to throw at somebody that's involved in some way, shape, or form to try and convince you that they are better than whatever it is you have right now at the moment. That is what I want to know. That's it. I mean, of course, I want to know other stuff, but that's the main thing I want to know. I just want to know what is being said. That is it. That is all. That's Murph She Wrote. That's it. So if someone can tell me what it is that a person, that's it. And y'all can talk amongst yourselves after that point. I'm just nosy and curious to know what is being said. That's all. So if someone could please tell me what is the lamest, okay, not the lamest, but what kind of lines they use to try and pull you from your said relationship when you tell them that you're in a relationship or married, and just, okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna break it down. No, my phone wasn't doing a poltergeist thing. I heard my phone ringing. It was vibrating, and it was a number that is not in my phone. So I'm like, I don't answer numbers that's not in my phone. I don't like doing that. So I just, and whoever it is, they left a voicemail anyway. So I'll check that later. It's just that. Because I got it on vibrate. I normally keep my phone down here by me, but I leave it on vibrate. That way it won't ring. It glitched the screen. Wait. Okay, wait. Tell me this. Can you hear me right now? Can you hear me right now? Hey, Candace. Hey, Keita. Wait, can you hear me right now? Because that's kind of weird that my phone that was on vibrate glitched my computer. I did not know that was the thing that happened because everything seems fine on my end. I'm still getting a mic register. My mic is still registering. Okay, all right, cool. Because that is weird. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, that's okay. All right, so continuing on. Okay. Now basically what I'm talking about is for everybody that's just joining in, that I'm asking, do titles matter when someone is trying to talk to you? So say for instance, you're either in a relationship or married, which I know I have married people and relationship people and single people that watch this show. Do people still try and talk to you even though you tell them that you're involved? Do people still try and talk to you and tell them that you're married or in a relationship, whatever the case may be? And what is it that they say to you to try to convince you to say, hey, come over this way because it's better on this side of the fence as opposed to someplace else? That is what I'm asking right now. So someone please tell me, what is the mess? What is it that someone has told you? Someone has told you to actually not keep you, but try to convince you to come over to them and to leave whoever you have alone. Basically, break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, or divorce your husband or wife, or whatever the case may be, or have an affair, side chick, whatever. Like, what is the thing? Not the most. I keep on saying the most because I want to know the weirdest or the funniest shit that's been said. But what are the things that have been told to you in this facet? That is what I want to know. That is what I really want to know. Again, Happy New Year for those of you who are just coming in. This is the first episode of 2020. Shockingly enough, it's episode 110 because I did not count the New Year's resolution show as an episode. I did not. It was a special. So that's what that is. What up, there's? I did not count the New Year's one as an episode. So, again, those of you who I'm speaking to right now, titles, do they matter when someone is trying to talk to you? That is all I want to know. That is all I want to know. Simple, right? Simple. Because the thing is, you know that you as a person, in most cases, you're not going to do that to somebody else. But we all know that people aren't like those types of people, like, have morals and shit. A lot of people don't have morals. So they're going to do whatever it is that they want to do anyway. Right? Right. So my thing is, what's up, Dominic? So my thing is this. Though, when you are involved with somebody and someone tries to talk to you, when you tell them that you're involved, I just want to know, because no one's answered the question yet. Does it matter? Does it really matter? The whole point of this question is, guys, you have to answer. I cannot answer this question. I can answer it for myself, but I want to hear it from you guys. This is what this show is about. It's about the opinions of you all. That is what this show is about. So hit me with some answers. Hit me with situations that you have been across, that you've been in. from either side, YouTube, Facebook. You're both right here. I got Facebook up on this side. I got YouTube on this side. Just work with me. Somebody answer a question for me, because I can only say the question so much. I know the answer for myself, in my opinion, and how I do things, but I need to know how you all think and how you all know, and what situations that you have been across. That is what I want to know. Hey, Sam, how you doing? Those are the things that I want to know. If you've been across this said situation, been a part of said situation, whether it's been on you being a married relationship person, or you being a person trying to talk to somebody in a relationship or married. Like, I just want to know, what does it mean to you all, and what situations have you been in that this has happened? That is what I want to know. That's mainly the whole course of this whole episode, for real. Like, this is the whole course of this whole episode. Hey, Jasmine, how you doing? Is to find out, is to really find out anybody that has been a part of this situation, anybody who's been a part of this situation, anybody who has been on either side of this, and things of that nature. Marquise says, I've been single and had married men try to talk to me. Oh, okay. That's kind of like this. That's kind of like this. But they just don't care about their titles, apparently. That just shows that they don't care about their titles, because they're married trying to talk to you. So I can, yeah. Okay, yeah. I felt disrespected, felt bad that he would disrespect his wife that way. That's a red flag for me. I fully understand. That is really, really not a good thing when you're the married one and you're trying to talk to somebody else. That is actually the flip coin of this whole topic right here. When you're the one that's involved and you're trying to get out of your marriage or your relationship and blah, 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 blah. That is actually, that's even worse, because you're going out looking for somebody. It's not like somebody sees you and like, yeah, I think I should talk to that one right there. Come to find out they're married, and you still trying to talk to them, even though they told you that they married, and you still trying to talk to them. So that's completely different from this facet. That is completely different. I would never want to disrespect another woman like that, because you yourself would not want to be disrespected. You do not want your husband to go out on your marriage. That is that thing right there. You would not want your husband to go out on your marriage, which is completely understandable. I would not want my wife to go out on my marriage if I ever get one of those. That is a very, very, that's a very unobtainable thing. Marquis says, some women don't care. They use the line, I don't owe her any loyalty. You don't owe her any loyalty, but still, respect is respect. It's not about loyalty, it's about respect. Would you want someone doing that to your marriage, to your relationship? No, of course not. So why would you do it to somebody else's? Plain and simple. That's just wrong, in my opinion. Other people don't care. Some people do care. Some people just like, whatever the fuck. You know, that's just what that is. And that's just what the thing is about that. People want to do things because they think that they can and think it won't happen to them and things of that nature. And here's a saying that honestly can be true at times. How you get them is how you lose them. So if you get them by snatching them from somebody else, you're going to lose them because someone's going to snatch them from you. Plain and simple. See, Jan says, honestly, some of these women act as if the guy be the problem when they a lot of times know he married and still go on anyway. Yes, that is true. That is very true. Honestly, some women act as though the guy be the problem when they a lot of times know he's married and still go on anyway. which is true. What's up, Eric? Hey, Thea. Which is very true. Some people can persist, even though they know that the person is involved, but try to put it on the person involved. They try to put it on the person that's the person that is married or in a relationship, which is wrong. You know that the person is involved in a relationship, and they said it, and they still go. I'm not putting anything past the person that's involved because, you know, they were wrong for pursuing still, but still, you can't say that it's all on that person. That's what that is. Jan says, and then them same women play victim when they stay with their wives. Like, girl, yeah, no. In some cases, most people would stay with their spouse or with their significant other. Yeah, it's gonna be hell trying to get that trust back if that person finds out. Or if the person doesn't find out, they'll be like, you know what? I'm starting to love my wife again. I'm starting to love my husband again. I'm starting to love my boyfriend. I'm starting to love my girlfriend. I can't do this with you anymore. I have to move on from this. So they just go ahead and just be like, oh, so now all of a sudden, like, okay, so now all of a sudden we can't do this no more. After we've been doing this for X amount of years. So now we can't do this no more because you want to be in love with them, but you don't want to be in love with me, which in a sense does hurt that other person. But at the same time, that person really can't hurt because you knew that you knew you weren't having them. You knew you didn't have them fully. You only had them when it was convenient to that person. You only have them for the convenience of them. And I can't say that there's nothing wrong with that, but depending on situations, nothing is wrong with that. But you cannot really play victim to the fact of that. If you knew from the beginning, you can never play victim to it. If things flow as they flow, they flow as they flow. But if things go back to how they were, when you're no longer messing with them and they are back with their significant other, you cannot be upset. You do not have the right to be upset because you knew in the back of your mind that there was a chance that it was not going to go your way. And that's what people don't realize in terms of that. When they try to talk to somebody who has a significant other, most people try to do it in terms of stealing them away. They do this, my bro. They do though. My bro just went through this. Yeah, I can believe it. People do that, and it affects life. It really does. It can turn your whole life around, and you do not realize it. It can flip it upside down, and you just don't realize it. So that's the thing. The hood rat called the wife and everything. Like, what was you trying to prove? Like, yeah, you ain't gonna do nothing by calling. You can't do nothing by calling the significant other. Like, that's not gonna do anything but cause even more problems. And they try to do that to basically, more than likely, she did that to try to break them up. And so she can have him for herself, but more than likely that can backfire because if they're a mature enough couple, they can actually work through that. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some major trust. Hey, Liza. And it's going to take some major trust gaining back. But a mature enough couple can actually overcome that. Now, if it comes to the point that, you know what, I'm tired of this mess, this BS and stuff like that. And then boom, you go ahead and y'all separate. Y'all just separate. You just tired. There's nothing much you can do at that point but be tired and just go on back to life. And then maybe you be with that person that you've been with, or you, whatever the case may be. But 9 times out of 10, you may find somebody better. Especially if you're in a relationship or marriage that is not exactly the best. Because like I said, no one, I'm not gonna say no one, but some people don't like to break up a happy home. But if the home is already unhappy, if the home is already unhappy and broken, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You're picking up the pieces of something that someone else broke and trying to put them back together. That's something that's not your fault. You're just trying to heal. You're trying to heal or help heal somebody. Which, me, in my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with that. It's just that some people cannot leave certain situations, which I get. I get there's certain situations you cannot leave. There's certain situations you just cannot avoid. But one should not have to suffer going through something like that for an extended period of time. And if someone just happens to come into your life that shows you something different, shows you that you don't have to go through this, so you don't have to go through that, I'm thinking that's something you might want to jump on. You know, you look, even if it's just for a certain amount of time, jump on it to show you, so you can see what it is that you're supposed to feel like when you're with somebody that truly cares for you, truly loves you, and things of that nature. So in that regard, that is probably the only time that I would condone someone talking to someone in terms of their title and not really caring about said title. Because at that point in time, you're putting that person's life for a reason. And that's just the case with that. Okay, he says, even if it's broken, I don't want no parts. It's not my responsibility to do that. When they figure it out, then we can talk. But no, whenever I meet people, I ask, are you married, in a relationship, in a situationship, got a stalker? I want to know it all. Well, goddamn, okay. She wants to know it. Oh, she wants to know everything. And I say everything. I say everything. Okay, she wants to know if you're either married, in a relationship, in a situationship, got a stalker. You better let her know if you got any of these before you try and talk to her. Luckily for me, I'm not in a relationship, a situationship. Here's the thing. I'm not married. I'm not in a relationship. I'm not in a situationship, nor do I have a stalker. I'm fine across the board. Yes, it is. I agree. Marquita says it is dangerous out here. Yes, it is. You just can't go into anybody and just expect that, you know, it's rough. It's very, very, very rough. And that is just the bad part of it all, because you don't know. You really, really don't know. And that's just the scary part of it all right there, honestly. Because it's like, I know things are scary and things can happen in any way, shape, or form. But at the same time, there's no risk without reward. So sometimes if you see something that you want, sometimes you might have to cross an extra couple of lines to get to it, to see if it's because if you believe that it's worth it, you're going to go through a couple of more things. Love is dangerous. I dated a guy who had a stalker, had to get a restraining order and everything. God damn. Yeah. He needed to nip that in the bud before he started dating anybody. Like before he started dating anybody. Like that's scary. That's got to be scary to have a stalker. I've never had a stalker, but people have told me about the stalker situations. And that has got to be like the scariest thing ever, to have somebody that obsessed with you that they follow you around, like they have nothing else to do with their life but follow you around. I never want to get to that point that the only thing I'm obsessed with is that person. I never want to go through that. I never want to be that person. I never want anyone to just up and just stalk me, because that just seems just outrageous. It really does. It sounds scary as shit. No lie, a stalker sounds scary as shit. I would not want that. Period. So my thing is, when it comes down to things like that, when it comes down to the situation turning to a point that a person can become a stalker, that is very dangerous. That is very, very dangerous if a person turns into a stalker, because you just don't know. You just don't know what that person is going to do, what that person can do, and what that person will do. And that's some scary shit. That is some very, very scary shit. Like for real. Like you like you just don't know, you just don't understand, and it's just like you want to know and you want to understand, but it's like, See, have you watched the show You? I don't even know what that is. What is that? I don't know what that is. It sounds dangerous already. Because you put you in caps. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about that, Keita, like for real. Okay, has anyone seen this show called You? If you've seen this show called You, drop a like. Drop a like. If you've seen the show called You. I'll just play it. Then you got to drop a like. But please comment, though. Please comment, though, if you have seen a show called You. A show about a guy who is obsessed. Oh, my God. I mean, I've seen the movie Obsessed or Obsession. Whatever that show is with what is that movie? Oh my God, what is her name? What is her Beyonce, her. Yeah. I cannot think of her name. But the movie with Beyonce, I think it was called Obsessed or Obsession or something of that nature. I've seen that. And that was just like a thriller. That was a thriller type of horror movie. Well, not horror, but it was a thriller movie. And and this is something that happens to people in real life to the point that, they get murdered because of this stuff. And, that's just the thing in my mind is like, why do people do this? Why do people want to, why? Why are you stalking somebody? Why are you wasting your time trying to deal with one person that doesn't want you? I'll try to take a look at it if I remember it, but no. I don't ever want anyone that I know or myself to go through anything like that, to someone that's always around, always following you. They like the classic in your bushes looking through your window. Nah, I'm good. I mean, I ain't got no bushes outside, but I don't want nobody to be at my dang on door when I leave out. I'm solid. Like for real, that just sounds so horrifying. Like it just sounds horrifying, but still, got a little bit off topic right there in terms of that. But still, though, so I'm guessing that really titles to most people don't matter because people still go with it anyway. They still try, they still go, they still try and push for it and everything of that nature. They just try. They just really, really try, and they shouldn't. They really, really shouldn't. And it's just like, why do people even try? Why do people try this? Why do people try? Let's see. All right, back to titles. Everyone should respect them, period, whether you're in a relationship or not. That is very true. Hey, Tuani, very true. You should respect the fact of a title. You really should. And it should be one of those things it should be one of those things. It should be one of those things that you shouldn't put yourself through because you have a possibility of getting hurt. Yes, that is true. What's up, Eddie? He said, resist the temptation because it's not worth the pain. It's not worth the pain you're causing someone. And at the same time, it's not worth the pain that you're going to cause to yourself. Because if you're the single person that's going after the person that is involved or married and you don't get what you want, you're going to be hurt. And that hurts. It really does hurt. And that's just the thing. It hurts. And it even hurts when you're trying to talk to somebody, they're single, but the person that they were once with wants to try and work things out. and then you're still talking to this person because you think like, okay, they're still technically single, so you're trying to talk to them, but they still end up going back to said person, that kind of hurts too. It don't hurt majorly, but it still kind of hurts because you put in time and effort and things of that nature to try and make it work. That's what you try to do, and it didn't pan out that well. So you don't know what to do in terms of it. Like, it did not pan out well. There's nothing you can do about that. But it still hurts regardless. So, you just go ahead with it, right? Just go ahead with it. And there's nothing that says otherwise. But when you are not going to say blindly, but willingly going into a situation that you know that you could be hurt by, you cannot get mad about being hurt. She said, I've been running into so many people in open relationships. It's like the new phenomenon. Only because due to the fact that everyone wants to be with someone else, everybody wants to cheat. No one really is, in this whole monogamy thing. Now, there's nothing wrong with, there's nothing wrong with polygamy. There's nothing wrong with anything polyamorous in that form of fashion if you like to have multiple people. But the open relationship, that just sounds like an inviting way of wanting to cheat, because you can be with anybody. When you're poly, you're with the two people that you're with. There is no, okay, you can be with whoever you want, you be whatever you want, I be whatever I want, but the three of us, we in a relationship. No, it's not like that. That's not how it be. That's completely different. That's a completely different facet. What's up, man? So there's a completely different facet to it all. In terms of poly, in terms of being monogamous, poly, and open. I am not with the open relationship thing, but that just sounds like a way a person can cheat or want to cheat without it being a major issue. Like man said, people can't commit. True enough, people can't commit. Commitment is hard. Commitment is hard unless you're dedicated and able to work. If you are dedicated and able to work, then a commitment is not that hard. Hey Shay, there's some forms of commitment that are a little bit more difficult than others. The way that you hear it is what makes people afraid. It's just like this. I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. A lot of y'all know me. A lot of y'all know I love to bowl. I love bowling. I really do. And I try to get other people to get involved in it as well. When I tell them this, I tell them like, you only bowl for 3 hours. You only bowl for like 3 to 4 hours a night. You only do it for one night a week, 3 to 4 hours. That doesn't sound bad, right? They're like, yeah, that don't sound too bad. I can do it. Until I tell them the length of time you do it for. You do it for 35 weeks. They hear that and they're like, okay, I don't know if I could do something like that for that length of time. You actually can. It's actually not that hard. It's nothing but a few hours of your time a week. And that is it. Hey, Anna. And that is it. And that's the problem. People fear commitment because they fear the time span. They don't fear the actual thing. They fear the time span, and they fear themselves being hurt in the process. That's what that is. Okay, Marquita said, like, they're okay with the other person sleeping with others. Hell, they want threesomes. That's the thing. That is the thing. People, threesomes are overrated. They are so overrated. They are. That's what it is. Basically answer your question, man. So poly is basically you're in a relationship with two other people. Those two other people know about each other and know that they are both in a relationship with you. So you can either be in two separate relationships with these two people and spend time with them equally, or you all can be underneath one household and basically be a triangle relationship. That is basically what it is. I have friends who are poly who can actually explain it a whole lot better. I wish they were here right now to explain it better, because I might have just explained it wrong due to the fact that I am not that knowledgeable of poly. I understand it to a degree. Mansa says, yeah, when it comes to love, people either scared, selfish, inconsistent, inconsiderate, or plain lazy. Yeah. All of the above. That is actually a good way to put it. When it comes to love, people are either scared, selfish, inconsistent, inconsiderate, or plain lazy. I can tell you this about myself personally. When it comes to love, I am not selfish. I am not inconsistent. I'm not inconsiderate. I am not lazy. I am, on the other hand, I am scared. I am afraid sometimes, if not most of the time, to give my heart to somebody. Um, yes, poly is, is having two or more partners. It's just like that, having two or more partners. Whether you all live in the same household or if you all live in separate households, but everyone knows about each other. So it's not like, oh, you're cheating. Everybody knows about each other and everybody is okay with the way that it is. That's exactly how it is. But yeah, I am afraid personally. I am afraid because just like everybody else, we've been through things, heartbreak and all that stuff. And it hurts. It hurts. It does. And I don't want to go through that. I really don't. I've been single for well over a year right now. I've been single for over a year. My last relationship only lasted 6 months. Hey, Carrie, my last relationship only lasted 6 months from March to September of 2018. Sorry, 2018. And the one before that was from want to say August of 2016 to January of 2017. So, I mean, like I said, over the course of the past now over the course of the past 4 years, I've only been in 2 relationships. Each have only lasted 6 months. So technically, over the course of 4 years, I've been single for 3 years. I've been single for 3 total years in a course of a 4-year span. Hey, Allison. So yes, I do understand. Like that is the thing. Like when it comes to love, people are either scared, selfish, inconsistent, inconsiderate, or plain lazy. Me, I'm just scared. I am scared. I would love to talk to people. I would love to try and get a relationship with somebody, but at the same time, I am scared out of my fucking mind. Like seriously, scared out of my mind. But there's nothing much you can do about that. If here's the thing, you have to overcome that fear to take that leap, to take that push, to take that extra step, because you never know, that extra step might put you in the right direction where you need to be. But when it comes down to people that's involved, you should not try to push in that direction because somebody else has already done the things that's necessary to obtain that person. They don't need somebody else coming in to try and take that person away. Like they don't. But at the same time, you never know what can happen. You never know what can happen. And you know me, I try and think outside the box. I try and think of every which way possible in terms of things. And it just blows my mind. I'm sorry, I got too close to the camera and made it fuzzy. I had to refocus. But you never know. It blows my mind in terms of that because you have all these different people that's in the world that are single, and yet you're going after somebody who didn't already put in the work, put in the time, put in the effort, put in the love, put in the caring, put in all that honesty and trust and loyalty into this one person just for you to come and do it. Allison says, you just don't want to be bothered. You love having peace of mind. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I love having a peace of mind. I really do. But at the same time, I am yet to be married and have a kid. That's actually 2 things that I do want. I want to be married to the love of my life and have a child with somebody. I want to have a child with that same person. And that is difficult in this day and age. And the higher I get in age, the more difficult it's going to be. Just like this year, I shall be 35. I'm reaching a halfway point of the human life expectancy. So yeah, it's a little difficult right now. So, that's what it pretty much comes down to. It pretty much comes down to people need to understand their boundaries in terms of trying to talk to someone. When someone says that they're involved, married, etc., they should understand to back off because somebody has already done what you're trying to do and has that person. If a person who is involved and or married tries to talk to somebody, then something may be wrong, and that person may just need someone to talk to. You never know. It's good to be a friend. It's good to be that person if need be. People should not be afraid to commit. People shouldn't have to worry about. So people shouldn't have open relationships. Period. That's just saying, like, you can have whoever it is you have, but we in a relationship. Like, why? What is the point of you two being in a relationship if y'all can be with whoever y'all want to be with? Y'all just single. Y'all just single with strings. Who is single with strings attached? The whole point of being single is there's no strings attached. That is the whole point of it all. You're single with no strings attached. How can you say that you're in an open relationship? That is an oxymoron. You cannot be in an open relationship. You cannot say you're with somebody and they're allowed to do what the hell they want to do. No, that person is single because you don't know who they're messing with. You don't know who they're sleeping with. And then if they come back and bring you something because they weren't careful, you're going to be mad. No, you can't be because you two agreed to have open relationship. No. Hey, Tiffany. But then again, hey, to each their own, right? To each is their own. So, with that all being said, I'm going to close this out, basically saying that there's a trip coming up soon. Don't have full details, but it's going to be in the November. It's going to be in the beginning of November. If you are interested, please inbox me. I can give you the few details that I do have to at least give you something to start off on. Once I get more details, then yes, it's going to spread like a virus. Because, hey, I'm on the internet right now. That's how things fly, right? So, yeah, that's how things are going to be. If you have any questions, please inbox me. If you're interested, inbox me. Let me know, and then I will get right back to you as soon as I possibly can. Like I said in the beginning of the show, yes, over the course of 2020, there are going to be changes to the show. There's going to be different things, You're going to notice, you're going to see some changes. You're going to see them, and hopefully the things that's going to fly well enough and actually work and actually be just beautiful. Okay, you're going to be making this trip? Then you better inbox me, Anna. I've been trying to hit you up for a good minute now to let you know, but you better hit me up now. So if you are interested, let me know, just like I just told my friend Anna. But yeah. There's going to be some changes to the show. There's going to be some things added on, and hopefully it'll be for the better, and hopefully it'll make the show better, and it'll be a better experience for all of us and everybody. I'm going to try and grow the YouTube channel to a more exponential rate. That way everyone on YouTube can get involved a little bit more as well, and it'll be more standing. I can have a little bit more interaction between the two as opposed to just the one, because I'm pretty sure that there's people that's on my YouTube that aren't on my Facebook. So I'm trying to build that back. I'm trying to build that up as well. So if you can, feel free to go ahead to the YouTube channel and subscribe. It's called En-Syte, the same way as the title is of the show. Go ahead, like it. Go ahead and subscribe to it. Share it. Share this video. You never know. Someone may need to hear it. Just like I say, just about every video. So it's time for me to get on up out of here. I got things to do, people to see. It's 2020, first show of 2020. I'm glad it happened. I'm glad I'm still got this show going. I'm really glad that every last one of you all are here with me. We're going to keep this thing rolling, keep this thing moving. We're going to keep this train chugging as long as fucking possible, because I love this show. I love each and every one of y'all, and I can't do it without y'all. Just letting you know that right now from the bottom of my heart. Love you. I really do. So Again, if you got any questions about the trip, like I said, don't have full details, go ahead and inbox me. I will give you what's needed. Other than that, I'm going to get up out of here. You all have yourselves a lovely night, and I hope 2020 is your year, and yours too. All of y'all's. Every last one of you. Hope it's your year, because guess what? It's going to be mine. So you all have yourselves a beautiful night, and remember, stay insightful. Peace.